Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker and I'm back with a new video showcasing 10 upcoming indie Metroidvania games you probably haven't heard of, expected to release sometime in 2024 or later. And now, without further ado, let's dive into it. We begin our journey with Axolotl Shaman, a Metroidvania game that features themes of spirituality. Transpiring in an underwater post-apocalyptic wasteland, the game tells the story of the titular Axolotl, a shamanic salamander who's on a spiritual journey to discover the meaning of its existence while trying to save the fallen world in the process. What is truly interesting about this game, aside from the fact that it's one of the comparatively few Metroidvanias taking place in a fully aquatic environment, is the fact that the Axolotl's behavior is modeled after the actual creature, since the developer owned the beloved axolotl pet of his own which unfortunately passed away, which is what prompted him to make this game in its honor. The means of the protagonist's underwater movement, including modes of attacking as well as traversal, is reflecting the way in which said salamanders actually behave, which is a novel approach worthy of curiosity. Of course, the shamanic aspect is where we veer into fiction, with our hero capable of performing faith spells and using spiritual items in order to overcome enemies and platforming obstacles alike in his quest to restore marine life to its former glory while doing some soul searching of his own. Axolotl Shaman has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Next comes Comix Zero, a Metroidvania Souls-like hybrid that draws immense inspiration from the comic book medium. You are Zero, an everyday guy from Earth who suddenly finds himself thrust inside a literal comic book. While excited at first, Zero quickly realizes the danger of the situation when he discovers this world is ruled over by slavers who want him dead. As if that wasn't problem enough, he also discovers that he is immortal and each death takes away a piece of his memory. Thus, Zero embarks on a hectic quest against time in an effort to return home while he still remembers what home is. It goes without saying that Comix Zero's standout aspect is the comic book nature of its world, with margins, panels, speech bubbles and text sound effects really selling the fact you are no longer in the real world. Another interesting fact is that the game is completely non-linear and allows you to explore every part of the world you wish straight from the get-go, drawing inspiration from Elden Ring for its openness and difficulty, meaning you should expect brutal and punishing combat galore. The title also brings several RPG elements into the mix in the form of equipment crafting as well as quest hunting, both of which will result in new armaments for you to make your life easier when it comes to combat. On a last note, the memory loss aspect of the story is not just a meaningless gimmick, but an actual condition for which ending you will get, with the number of times you died during your playthrough actually dictating the story's outcome. Comix Zero has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, PS5, Nintendo Switch, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S. Following, we have Echo Weaver, a Metroidvania experience inspired by games like Outer Wilds. Step into the role of the Last Weaver, an individual able to interact with time while trapped in a ruined society called Provenance, a place that is forced in an endless time loop. The game's main gimmick is the aforementioned temporal cycle. Essentially, each playthrough takes place in a separate repetition, with you constantly on the hunt for new knowledge that will allow you to get to the core of the mystery in a desperate effort to release this world from its endless ordeal. Each run will yield new knowledge that will extend the time remaining, allowing you to explore deeper and farther as you are doing your best to master every aspect of the time loop and move through it with increased efficiency. In essence, it is knowledge, not abilities, that are gating this world, and you will have to do your best in order to unravel this twisting narrative and free yourself and those around you. Echo Weaver has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, PS5, Xbox One, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S.
Life throws you into an epic adventure.
Moving on, there's Leif's Adventure, Netherworld Hero, a Metroidvania title influenced by Nordic folklore. The mystical realm of the Netherworld is under threat by an invasion from enigmatic evil forces, and your village of Hammerfell is one of their targets. Step into the boots of Leif, a young warrior, as he goes on an epic adventure to thwart the invaders in the company of his trusty sidekick, Ghost, a small spirit creature. You can switch between the two companions at will, with Leif being more combat-oriented and meant to handle challenging fights and platforming segments, and Ghost handling the more puzzle-based and exploratory tasks, such as activating ethereal objects and discovering secret areas. Leif's battle arsenal is nothing to take lightly, with a variety of different weapons available to equip, such as swords, axes, hammers, and spears, as well as several ability and weapon upgrades, such as health extensions and aerial attacks. Of special note here is the fact that the game can be played entirely on cooperative mode alongside a friend, which is always a plus in my book. Leif's Adventure Netherworld Hero is expected to come out on the 19th of December 2024 and has been confirmed for PC, PS5 and Nintendo Switch.
Leif's Adventure.
Farther down the path we have Metro Gravity, a 3D Metroidvania that relies heavily on puzzle solving and tactical thinking. After clicking on a hyperlink and filling out a survey, you find yourself trapped in the halls, a liminal manifestation of humanity's subconscious where gravity and nature's rules do not follow any kind of logic. Needless to say, said nonsensical approach to physics sets the tone for a variety of different puzzles and demented acrobatic segments that will require acute observation and quick thinking to be overcome as you run and jump across walls with complete disregard for gravity's reason. A standout feature of Metro Gravity is its beat-based combat, during which you have to time your parries, dodges, jumps and attacks to the beat of the game's unique soundtrack in order to defeat your foes. Metro Gravity is expected to come out sometime during the first quarter of 2025 and has been confirmed for PC. Going onwards, there's Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland, a colorful Metroidvania experience based on the popular fictional character of the same name, who was created back in October of 1905. Don the warm pajamas of the titular Nemo, a young boy whose imagination runs rampant when he's asleep, giving birth to the magical realm of Slumberland, a place ripe for discovery. Needless to say, Slumberland is not all fun and games, with its imaginative biomes being home to treacherous traps as well as powerful bosses and their minions. While in Slumberland, you will get to discover Nemo's toys, each one granting you unique abilities that will help with combat and exploration, such as a yo-yo that allows you to cross over dangerous terrain or a pogo stick which can be used to perform high jumps. You will also obtain different types of pajamas which you can switch between while awake in Nemo's room, with each pair changing your appearance as well as having different synergies with your toys. The game also boasts some accessibility features that will allow both casual as well as experienced players to enjoy the adventure on their own terms, though the exact nature of said features remains to be seen. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC and Nintendo Switch, with potential plans for PlayStation and Xbox consoles at some point in the future. Continuing our voyage, there's Star Rift Saga, a Metroidvania game situated within the genre of science fiction. Somewhere on a distant planet, ominous rifts have appeared across space, threatening to release planet-devouring horrors into the galaxy. Laser blaster in hand, your task is to make sure that never happens by closing those rifts and securing the safety of your planet. Star Rift Saga boasts an immense number of unique skills to master, with more than 130 skill chips being available for you to customize your loadout and tailor the combat experience to your own tastes. That being said, character upgrades and equipment will also become available via the game's colony upgrade system. Essentially, you will rescue colonists across your travels, whom you will then send back to your outpost for safety, with said action improving your chances for survival, as many of the colonists provide new skills, equipment pieces, advice, and even sell you goods and services for your troubles. Both combat and exploration are of equal importance here, with intricate platforming sections, aggressive enemies, enemies and massive bosses being amongst the biggest obstacles you will face on your path. Star Rift Saga is expected to come out sometime during the first quarter of 2025 and has been confirmed for PC. Third from the end, we have Throne of Valoria, a Metroidvania title with an interesting approach to its art style. The realm of Valoria, a once vibrant world, has fallen to the corruption of an unrelenting evil which has twisted the land in grotesque ways. Brandish the blade of a great warrior, the last remaining hope of the kingdom, as she goes on a crusade to destroy the malignant forces that have taken root across her land and restore Valoria to its former glory. The game features a truly diverse range of biomes you will get to traverse, from lush forests, goblin-infested caverns and trap-dotted catacombs, all the way to lava caves, gothic castles and moonlit mountains, just to name a few, all of them rendered in beautifully detailed visuals. What's interesting, however, is that the characters populating said biomes are depicted in pixelated fashion, thus clashing with their surroundings in a way that is meant to bring together old and new elements, effectively infusing a sense of both familiarity and novelty into the experience. Throne of Valoria will feature frenetic hack-and-slash combat as well as rewarding exploration in the form of secrets to uncover and side quests to complete. Throne of Valoria has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Nearing the finale, there's Jue Chen, a Metroidvania that's all about martial arts. You awaken inside a tomb devoid of memories and in the company of an equally amnesiac sentient sword. Blade in hand, you must travel across 6 dangerous realms in order to gather the scattered pieces of your souls in an effort to remember who you are and what's your purpose. Jue Chen is divided into 6 different levels which correspond to the aforementioned realms. Each level will have its own types of enemies and challenges, as well as new abilities you will be able to acquire which will allow you to access previously inaccessible areas. The game lets you revisit previous levels in order to find secrets that need abilities you obtained later on, which is how the Metroidvania element is incorporated here. Combat is definitely of special note, bringing to mind classic films in the martial arts genre. Jue Chen has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Before we get to the final game, I wanted to make an honorable mention to Moon Samurai, a game that I'm not sure is an actual Metroidvania, but looks so incredible I figured it may be of interest to fans of the genre. It is the year 2080 and things don't look too good for Ram, a lunar city-state plagued by warring factions and on the cusp of war against Earth. You take on the role of Buddy, a young samurai protector who is betrayed and thrown in prison, only to be released months later by a mysterious artificial intelligence called Danao X. Finally free and with an axe to grind, Buddy goes on a rampage in order to uncover a conspiracy that threatens not only Ram City, but the entire moon. I cannot overstate just how smooth these games' animations look, with its battle skirmishes bringing to mind some of the best choreographed movie battles I have ever witnessed. Moon Samurai boasts over 30 different fighting mechanics, from hand-to-hand combat to pretty much anything you can get your hands on at any given altercation, from blades and nunchucks all the way to bottles and pool cues, making everything in your surroundings a potential weapon. That being said, combat will be accompanied by a good degree of exploration, with Buddy's parkour abilities allowing him to navigate Ram City both horizontally and vertically in style, finding a good number of secrets along the way. The reason I'm questioning this game's Metroidvania credentials is because I haven't seen anything denoting to ability-gated exploration, though that may change in future information releases by the developers. Regardless, whether this turns out to be a Metroidvania or not, its overall quality cannot be underestimated, making it a game worthy of your attention. Moon Samurai is expected to come out sometime in 2025 and has been confirmed for PC, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, as well as the Xbox Series X and Series S.
You bet I do.
Where rockets soar
Finally, we have Little Nemo and the Nightmare Fiends, which is the second game in this list to feature Little Nemo as its protagonist. You are once again going through adventures in Slumberland, the land of dreams, which has been invaded by the Nightmare Fiends, horrific creatures that wish to rule over this imaginative realm and plunge it into darkness. It is up to young Nemo to defeat them and save Slumberland from a cruel fate. The various different abilities you will be able to use here come in the form of different characters you will be able to switch between at will, each one with their own set of attack and traversal skills, namely a magic-wielding princess, a mischievous clown named Flip, and an agile royal guard named Peony, the latter of whom is an original character created specifically for the game. Aside from exploring the magnificently creative biomes of Slumberland for secrets and collectibles, you will also be able to do the same thing at Nemo's house, since you will be able to investigate it when you're awake in order to uncover new items and artifacts that will make you stronger. Little Nemo and the Nightmare Fiends has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC and Nintendo Switch. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you wish to find more new games, I have a ton more videos in this series on my channel, so go watch those as well. On a last note, a kind reminder that if you enjoy my content and wish to support the channel, you can do so by donating to my Ko-fi page, the link for which you can find in the video description. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out!